You might be feeling scattered. Your brain might be feeling like it's all over the place and you can't come back into that heartfelt dealing with situations. Grounding can really help that. And I'm not sure if it's something you've tried before, but just stay with me because you might pick up something that you've not noticed before, because grounding can help us bring us back into the moment. It can help bring us back to ourselves. It can bring us back to that feeling like we're leading in control of where we want to be going. My name is Diane. I am a qualified counsellor, but I'm also a Reiki practitioner. And I want to share with you today some techniques and practices that have helped me that can really help us connect to our mind, to our body, and also to our spirit, to our soul. Let's think about grounding for the mind from a counselling perspective. Grounding is essential when those thoughts start running away with us, when we're feeling that anxiety start building and building and we're getting disassociated from ourselves, from our thoughts, from our feelings. We're feeling detached from our mind. Our mind and body are feeling detached. One really good technique that you may have heard of, but it's one that I use often, and it's the 5-4-3-2-1 method. Great for tapping into all of our senses. When we go into anxiety, we are going into a heightened state and we're forgetting all those senses we've got. So what are the 5 things that I can see around me, right in my vision at this moment? And you'll start feeling it coming down because you're taking yourself away from your head and you're coming back right into center, right into the moment. Don't get hung up if you can't find 5 things, just find 3 or 4. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to think of 4 things that I can touch. So wherever you're sitting, what can you touch? You might be able to feel the chair next to you. You might be able to feel your clothing, your fingertips. Then start thinking of what are the 3 things I can hear? What can I hear around me in this moment? And then 2, what 2 things can I smell? You might be able to smell the perfume you've got on. You might be outside in nature so you can smell what's ever going on around you. 1, what is the 1 thing I can taste? When I first started trying to do this, I kept thinking, oh my gosh, which order do I go in? And I kept forgetting because I forget things quite easily. And I started getting hung up. I can't do this. And I started getting agitated. So I went back into that anxious state. I can't do this because I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Tap into your senses. Just remember the 5 senses that you've got. Sight, hear, touch, smell, taste, and just find 2 or 3 things from each of those. It doesn't matter what order it goes in. Just sit and see how that anxiety, feel it. You will feel it come back down. Another thing you can do is just say your name out loud. Say where you live out loud. It brings you back from your mind. It brings you back into that here and now, back into that moment. Another quick exercise you could do is to just hold an object. So I've got a cushion near me, so I could just hold. And there's something about just holding an object, feeling and feeling and breathing and breathing and breathing. And you can just feel that connection come back from that disassociation or that anxiety back in to your body, back into your mind so that you can start thinking clearly. Let's look at grounding now for the body. The body holds so much of our anxiety. The body holds so much, even when we don't realise. It's holding all of our emotions, good and bad. So something I do really often, and I just love it, and it doesn't take long, is barefoot walking. I've mentioned this in another video, but barefoot walking, if we can barefoot on the grass, on the ground, on the earth, we're connecting completely, instantly to that earth. And I've been asked before, what do you do when you're standing there? You do nothing. You just sit. And you can do the 5-4-3-2-1 method while you're standing there on the earth. You can just tap into those senses, but it's a way of taking all that, any anxiety, any heightened state you're in, get back into the body. Just grounding, just stand there for a moment. Look up at the sun or the rain, whatever the weather is. It doesn't actually really matter. You can just breathe again. You're just, if you're in the house or you're in the office and you're feeling nervous, you're feeling disconnected, get out in nature. And if you can, just stand barefoot, kick your shoes off, feel where you are and just reconnect back to that earth. It'll get any of those stresses out of your body really quickly. Another idea that you might like to get back into your body, you can do this while you're standing barefoot. You can just do it solo on its own, is put your hands on your belly, 1 hand, 2 hand, it doesn't really matter, and just connect to the breath. Just any breathing, it doesn't matter, just connect back to the breath. And if you're in a busy office, you can do this, go to the washroom and just hands on your belly and just concentrate on your breath. and it can take us back from that busy head back into the body so it can clear it all. If you're in a busy room, if you're in a busy place and you can feel that nervousness coming, you haven't got time to concentrate, hold a cushion, walk barefoot, but you want to bring yourself back into your body because you can feel the nerves start rising. What have you got around you? You might have a pen, you might have a cushion. Let's say you've got a cup in front of you. Hold that cup, concentrate on that weighted cup, bring that breathing and energy back into that cup, and you'll be able to you can feel it from up here, and you can feel it coming back from your body back into that cup. Concentrate on that cup. You won't be able to shut your eyes if you're in a busy room, but you can take all your focus into that thing that you're holding, and it can again bring us back into that heightened state, back down, back down, back down, so that you're ready to speak clearly. You're ready to say what you want to say from a clear point rather than being at that heightened state. Grounding from a spiritual perspective is really important because it can help us clear our energy. It can help us stabilize that energy. Some really good techniques that I've got, and I've shared these in other videos at a deeper level, but one of the ones I just love is when we connect and we visualize that roots, that growing of the roots from our feet right into the earth. Also, you can use crystals. You can use black obsidian is one of my favorites. Red jasper, smoky quartz is another one that's good to use. They're powerful for grounding and bringing us back. It's a bit like holding onto that mug, holding onto a crystal. We can get that energy from the crystal that can help stabilize our energy, bring us back. Smudging, I've shared that before in a video a bit longer, but that can help our scattered mind. That can help us, doing that smudge stick around it, that can help us grounding and come back, get anything negative away from us. So if you're not a Reiki practitioner, you still can know and use some of the techniques, which is holding onto the heart and bringing into that breath, asking for those energies to come down and connect with our soul. Can I connect back with my spirit? Hopefully you can see what I've just shared, that grounding is a real bridge between our body, our mind, our soul. They're all weaved in, they're all interlinked. But when we can feel one going, you can use all these techniques to bring them back, to bring us right back to where we want to be sitting, in that calm, centered place where we can lead and go with where we want to go to, in the energy that we want to lead with. Find what practice that I've shared today that feels right for you, that feels good. Save this video, come back to it, write these things down, because practicing these can really help us feel in that more calmer place. And you might be drawn to the therapeutic side, the mind, you might be drawn to the spiritual side, you might be drawn to that body side. It's okay, whatever one feels right for you. And it might change. One month you might feel one is working, another month your energies might be different, the things around you might be different, they might need a different technique. So it's whatever you need in that moment, wherever you're at, in that week, in that month. I'd love to hear in the comments which ones you want to try, which ones feel right for you, or which ones you may have tried before and have worked, or they haven't worked before and you're going to try them again. Because I've tried things in the past and they haven't worked. Then I've heard it from somebody else, and I've tried and I thought, gosh, that works now, because we're in a different place, we're evolving all the time. So let me know how you got on with any of them. But also I'd love to hear what ones you've tried that have helped you that I might not have mentioned here today, and I could be able to do a video on those to share that with other people. If you've liked this here, you know what I'm going to say. Please like, please comment, but also share this stuff. Let's not keep this stuff to ourselves. And like I say, you might have heard this before and it might not have worked. Same as the people that are in your world, they might have heard this and it might not work, and you sharing it with them could be just what they're looking for right now. Press the bell, because pressing the bell, apparently, and it's something new that I've learned, pressing the bell means you get notified for any of my next videos. So hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and I really hope this has helped. So have a fabulous day, month and week, whatever you are up to.